First off, hats off to UCF. They did a really nice job, in coming back and on the victory. Really proud of the way that our team competed. I thought we competed for 60 minutes. Got off to a fast start, which we knew was necessary. Really did a great job there in the first half. Unfortunately, second half we just we did things that definitely cost you against a great opponent. And that's a great football team we were playing. We turned the ball over twice. Penalties, had a touchdown called back. We had just some errors that occurred throughout that you just can't have. Our football team, they battled and they prepared, and so it's so disappointing when you come up short because we had opportunities in that game, and to see us come up 1 point short is disappointing for everybody in our program. But I love the effort that our guys had. I thought we did a good job controlling the game for the most part, but that second half you just can't turn the ball over. You can't have some of the mistakes that we had. We gave up a couple of the explosive plays, and at the end of it cost us.
What was the mood in the locker room for the guys? They seemed very distraught walking up the field. What was the mood in the locker room?
I mean, guys are disappointed. When you lose a game, it's you put a lot of time and effort into that one opportunity, and we came up short. Like I told them, there just afterwards, I was proud of the preparation. I was proud of how hard they played. They represented our university well. We came up short, but that's it. We got a great group of young men in that locker room.
Hey, Coach, in the first half, you almost played the perfect half. You didn't punt any in the first half, but the second half, you weren't able to get it going. What happened? What was different in the first half and the second half?
We didn't execute as well. Like I said, we got the 2 turnovers. Really hurt us. We had some. They made adjustments. I mean, it's kind of part of the game. That's a defense that's been really good throughout the season, and I thought they did some good things in trying to disrupt the run game. Obviously the rain with what it was made us some challenges in being able to throw the football, but they did some nice things up front in trying to disrupt what we were doing, and we had a couple big plays. Some of them were called back due to penalties, and it's just unfortunate there that we couldn't finish it off.
Mike, you took a moment when you walked in today, just now, processing it all. How much of a gut punch is this because of the magnitude and how well you played for 28 minutes and it just got away from you late?
Anytime you come up short, it hurts. We pour everything we have into this program, into this game, into this team, and so it's no different than any other game. The platform was great. Being on a national stage. Being able to compete against the top 10 program in the country. But when you come up short, everybody hurts, and at the end of the day, it's just disappointing.
The fourth down play in their territory in the third quarter. Do you think that maybe was something sort of turned the tides a little bit down the one direction?
You're talking about their touchdown?
Yeah.
Yes, that was a big play in the game. It was, obviously they elected to take a risk and go for it. We had to, we were able to, be in position. They did a great job of executing, and obviously when they broke into the second level, that was.
On a fourth and short play like that, is there more of a risk that a long run occurs because you're trying to stop a short marker, or is that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they were in their heavy personnel, and so everybody was stacked tight, and usually you make a couple guys miss. It's big plays are capable of happening.
How much does
What did you think of Darrell Anderson's performance today?
I thought he played hard. He was, he battled throughout the game. He was unavailable. He had a great output. But at the end of the day, it's just for our team to come up short. It's disappointing. But I thought all our guys played hard. We had production in every area. Just not enough of it, and some of the little mistakes. And that's what I tell people. You tell people all the time. You talk to team is that, each game of that magnitude against a talented opponent, against one that understands what it is to be successful, you have to be great at the little things. In the first half, I thought we were. I thought we did a great job. We had a couple of, like I said, a couple turnovers there. We gave them a short field, and then we're driving to go put points on the board, and we have the next turnover, and then some of the penalties. I mean, when that happens, you're just not going to beat a good football team. And you look back to a lot of things in that game, and there's no one play, there's no one moment, right, that cost us any more than any other play would have. And so it was a team effort, and I tell you, our guys, like I said, they battled, but just came up short.
How much does the second half, how much does the rain restrict the offense? Does it change your approach? And then secondly, did you see the hole on the
No, I didn't, but I have not seen it, so I have not been able to get a good view of it. But the rain in the second half was, it plays a factor. I mean, it was wet. It was wet for both sides. It was coming down pretty good. It definitely. They did a good job in their adjustments and what they were trying to do. We were still able to throw the ball sometimes, but it was challenging in some of those moments when it was coming down. But at the end of the day, it's part of the game. We can't control the weather. We can't control any factor other than ourselves. And we've got to keep growing and keep getting better. That's what I told these guys. We got 8 seniors that man, they're. Their leadership is key, but on the flip side of it, your age and your classification does not dictate who the leaders are. The actions do, and so we need to continue to respond. We need to continue to get better. But the future's bright. But man, having these experiences, man, it's hard. And it's hard when you prepare like these kids did and play as hard as they did. We just got to keep playing smarter.
How threatening these losses have been second half play. So what is it saying about you guys now that in these losses, what does it say about you guys need to improve more just to finish these games after starting out so well?
I think we just got to continue to work to finish the games better in the second half.
Coach, you don't want this loss to carry over to next week because you have a big opponent coming up next weekend. What do you say to your team to get them to flush it and move on?
Hey, you have to keep playing. I mean, these guys, they respond. I mean, they're great. They're great young men. It's a group that I love coaching. We have to, but there has to be, the response is necessary in those key areas. And, I thought we played exceptionally hard. We were physical. We were flying around. That team that we just played presents so many challenges. I mean, I guess they won 19 straight games, and it's everybody that plays them. It's difficult. But our guys, they put themselves in a great situation, in a great place, but the little things that cost us, we have to improve them. And, we talk about the age of our team, only having 8 seniors, these guys, even though we have some experience, we have to build, we have to mature, we have to continue to put ourselves in a place that, when we get that time, we're in that moment, and that we're doing things the right way, and we can seal it.
Coach, you were starting off with a battle at 1 and 2, and now falling to 1 and 3. How do you guys refocus? How do you kind of? We play the game. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's disappointing that we've lost 3 games. I think it's disappointing to everybody, but for me, it's about today. It's about tomorrow. We'll wake up, and my sole focus will be on our football team being better tomorrow. We have to learn from what we've done. Football's a 365-day a year focus, and I mean there's things that have probably happened in January and February that all build to get us to this place. We've got to continue to grow, and I'm not worried about these guys' mentality. I'm not worried about because they're competitors, right? They know what it takes for us to be successful, and we're just not doing that well enough. All right, but we have the right guys. We're going to get it done. We're going to continue to coach them. We're going to continue to push them because that's our standard. And we're going to win a lot of football games. I know we're going to. I think we showed that we can play a very high class, high level, football. But those little things we've got to improve on.
What do you think about the play of Austin Hall?
I thought Austin played hard. I mean, he was all over the field, doing some. I really liked the energy I saw from him. I don't know what he finished up statistically, but I saw him. He did some really nice things, and kind of as as the season's progressed, you know, we've really challenged Austin to be one of those guys that show up on every play. That's, I mean, is absolutely relentless, and I love the energy that he brought, and I thought he did some great things.
Hey, Jackson Dillon only had 2 tackles, but his impact made a difference on the defense today. How about his play today?
Yeah, you know, Jackson, it was great to have him back out there. You know, that kid, he's a special young man. You know, he's seen a lot of adversity. You know, obviously, you know, coming back from the injury, got some work on Tuesday and Wednesday in practice, but you know, he willed himself to be able to play today, and you know, it was great to see him back out there. Gave us an emotional spark. You know, he plays the game the right way.
Mike, how long would you have allowed that field goal at the end if you wouldn't have gotten that penalty? I know you wanted to get some extra yards, but in a position, where would Riley have gone?
We were at it. 35-yard line is what we needed to get to, and we actually we had a run play call, to be honest with you, and you know, they're on the penalty, and I felt pretty good about it. The alignment looked good, but we, you know, it's unfortunate.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.